Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Oh my gosh, you guys, I feel I feel a little wrecked today, if you want to know the truth. I'm hoping that getting into this vlog will kind of get me out of my fog. I feel like I have been getting out of this vlog will get me out of this fog. I feel like I have been in this fog since I woke up today. And I don't know what it is. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's a combination of A, staying up too late watching TV. I stayed up very late last night watching TV. B, that I walked for a really, really long time last night. Am I saying A, B, one or two? A, B, C. C, that I had crazy, crazy dreams and I slept super deep last night. In fact, Alex got up this morning and went and ran some errands, and he said he was gone for like 45 minutes, and I don't even remember him leaving. So I woke up and he was downstairs watching X-Men movies. He is binge watching all of the X-Men movies this weekend. I'm not sure if I think he had seen like one of them, but I don't even know, because I just asked him, I said, how many are there? And he said, he like counted through, he was like 1, 2, he said something like 11 movies, and he's on his 5th one right now. And I said, are you gonna binge watch all of them? And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, I'm trying to get through all of them, but I don't know if I'm going to get through them this weekend or not. And I said, well, is Love Island on tonight? Because he's always really excited about Love Island. And he said, After Sun is on tonight, which I guess is like the after show. He said, but the finale for Love Island is tomorrow. Somebody asked me in my vlog yesterday, they said, who is Alex voting for Love Island? I have absolutely no idea. So yeah, I feel a little wrecked. I walked yesterday and I was trying to finish the first book for a true crime book club. I texted Mel when I got home because I was like, I finally finished this book. And she was like, about time. I always wait till like the week before the book club because I want to make sure that it's like fresh in my mind about the book and stuff like that. So I walked for a really long time. When I left, I think I had like an hour left of the book. And so I walked for 2 hours and 11 minutes last night. I had a great walk. I walked almost to Alex's friend Sarah's house. I was like 2 blocks shy of there, and I turned around and I came back, and then I walked down some other roads that I hadn't walked down before. So anyway, I think one of the reasons I'm able to walk longer is because late at night when I walk, if it's really, so I'm back in the walking thing again, okay, which is good. And when I walk late at night, I love to walk late at night, like when it's dark outside. One, because there's nobody else walking. When I walk early, last night I left here at like a little bit after 7, and I got back here at like 9 something, whatever, right? So that's a heavy walking time for this neighborhood. Not just our neighborhood, but then I don't typically walk just in this neighborhood. I go outside. And so there's a lot of people walking, and people will stop and say things to you, and like people have cute dogs and I want to stop, and you know, all this kind of stuff. This woman and her daughter had this dog yesterday that looked just like Boo Radley, which is so weird because somebody sent this to me. A couple people actually sent this to me. You know what, I'm never gonna be able to find it, but it's some like Instagram account of this woman that has rescue dogs, and her rescue dog looks exactly like Boo Radley. I mean, it's uncanny how much this dog looks like Boo Radley. A couple people have sent it to me. I almost reached out to this woman because I was like, oh my god, our dogs look so much alike. I mean, literally, they look identical. Her dog looks like Boo Radley when Boo Radley's hair's grown out a little bit. So anyway, this woman, they had a puppy, and I think she said the dog was like 6 months old, and they had just rescued it. And I said, what kind of dog is it? And because I always like, you know, for next dog, whatever we rescue or whatever, try to like think of what I think is cute. This dog was so cute. And she said he was like a Shih Tzu like mix of something. I can't remember what she said, but I passed her and her daughter twice because the first time I was talking, I stopped to like pet the dog because he was like going crazy on his leash. Like he was like coming to see me, so I took my AirPods out and petted him. And it was funny because a couple people last night, and she was one of them, commented on my shoes. I get a lot of comments on my shoes because they're like these gray and like neon green running shoes that Alex bought me a couple years ago because I wanted to get into running, and they like tie on the side. I don't know if they make them anymore or not, but they're really tight on your foot. I didn't love how they looked at first. I don't really care how they look, to be honest with you. They're a super comfortable walking shoe because they're really tight, so it feels like you're walking kind of like barefoot because they're really tight. And so a couple people stopped me and asked me, they're like, I really like your shoes, where did you get those? And I was like, my husband got them for me, I don't know, but they're like, you know, Nikes and whatever. So anyway, But there's just a lot of people, and like my one friend or my one neighbor friend lady that she walks by my house every day. I saw her walking, and there's just a lot of people walking around that time, you know, which is fine. But when I walk later at night when it's dark, it's also cooler, and there's not really anybody walking whatsoever. There might be like, there's like this one guy that like, he walks like a lot. Like he walks like twice a day for like hours. He's probably my age or maybe like 5 years younger. And he like heavy walks, like, and I try to too. I have to tell you what I'm real frustrated with today though. So I haven't really been eating bad at all the last 2 days. The night before I walked an hour and 31 minutes, and then last night I walked 2 hours and 11 minutes, and I got up today and I weighed myself, and I was 2.5 pounds heavier. And I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, I have hardly like eaten anything the last, I mean, I've eaten, but like nothing bad the last 2 days. And I'm 2.5 pounds heavier. And I've been drinking a lot of water. I have been doing that. I've been drinking a lot more water. Alex's aunt and uncle for my birthday got me this water bottle. It's just a plain like plastic water bottle. But it's really, really light, and it has like this like plastic thing you can like, you know, have it be a straw, or like you can, you know, suck out of it. And so I've been using that inside, and I like fill it up 2 or 3 times at night. So it might be, maybe it's the water, I don't know. But like I said to Alex, because I said, I'm so frustrated. He was like, come here. And so like I laid down next to him, like, while he had just made this huge bowl of pizza rolls that smelled so good. I can't eat his pizza rolls though, because he gets like he gets the supreme ones that have like pepperoni and sausage in them. So anyway, he just made this huge bowl of pizza rolls, and he's sitting there, you know, laying there watching his show with his Snuggie on, and Boo Radley is there. And I said, I'm so frustrated. He goes, what are you frustrated with? I go, well, I hadn't weighed myself since the weigh-in on Thursday, and I weighed myself today. And I said, I walked Thursday night, and I ate pretty good. Friday night, I walked over 2 hours, and I ate pretty good. And I said, I woke up today, and I'm 2.5 pounds heavier. And he goes, babe, it's muscle weight. And I just looked at him, he started laughing, because he knew, like, it's ridiculous. It's not muscle. I know that, right? Not after 2 days. I don't even know what it is. I'll tell you what it is. It's your body after 50 is what it is. That's the truth. And if there's anybody out there that's my age or older, you're like nodding your head. It's like your body makes no sense once you reach a certain age, you know? I can remember being in like my 20s and like early 30s, and people talk to me about like your metabolism shifts, and like, oh, you can eat anything you want to eat now, but like when your metabolism shifts when you get older, that won't be the case. I was like, that's not, I can remember my friend and I, we were like, that's never going to happen to us. Oh my God, my allergies are so bad. I took my allergy medicine, and I feel like it's not helping at all. And so, but that is so true. Your metabolism just completely changes as you get older, you know. I used to be able to eat like a bag of potato chips, and, you know, like it wouldn't affect me at all. Today, like I could eat like 4 potato chips and I would know it the next day, and that's the truth. Now, I have to be very careful about how much coffee I'm drinking, because yesterday I got about 20 minutes into my walk, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, should I go back to the house? Because I was still like, so I do like a lap. I go by the pool, and then I go out, and then I go down this one street, and then I circle back around, because they're like real long, and they go like up a hill. So I'm like, you know, I feel like going up hills kind of like, you know, is like better walking sometimes. So I do that twice, and that's about 20 minutes once I do all that. And I was like, when I was coming back around the second time, I was like, should I go back home, because I'm like 4 minutes from the house? Should I come back home and go to the bathroom? And I was like, no, I think I can make it. At some point along the walk, I kind of stopped having to go to the bathroom, but I just like pushed through. But I was like, okay, I'm not drinking a bunch of coffee before I leave on this walk, because as soon as I get done with this vlog, I'm gonna go for my walk. And currently, let's do the time and temperature check. I have 2 hours, and I think it's exactly 2 hours and 50 minutes of this book left. Yeah, I have 2 hours and 51 minutes left of When a Killer Calls, which is the second book for a true crime book club. Let's do time and temperature check. Okay, currently the time is 4:24 p.m. And the temperature is, let's see, it's warmer than it was yesterday, it feels like. It's 81 and partly cloudy. Now, I will tell you guys, you are very lucky. Do you feel lucky? You should feel so lucky, because I made a decision today that, other than vlogging, I'm taking the weekend off from filming videos. Unless something, like, huge would, you know, like, some drama story or something. But I even think then I would probably wait till Monday. I just think, like, I just need to, I don't know, maybe I'll get done with this and I'll be like, oh, I want to do a review and I want to do this. But I think other than the vlogging, it would be good for me. I want to read. Oh, so last night, so I finished the book, When the Moon Turns to Blood, which is the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell story. I'll talk about that in just a second. And then I finished the Walking Dead graphic novel, finally. And then I pulled out the Fangirl book 3 manga. I have like I have like a third of that book to finish. So I could literally just sit here and finish that. That's my plan tonight, is just to sit here and finish that in one setting. And then I have another graphic novel that I'm reading called North Ranger, which is supposedly like, it's based on like, what's that book, North Ranger Abbey or whatever that was called, or you know what I'm talking about. It's supposed to be like based on that, but it's like a ranch that this kid goes to work on for the summer. It's like a hard copy version of it, so I want to do that. I looked last night, I was like, because I'm now at like, I'm so behind, you guys. When I look at my Goodreads, it'll tell me, it'll say like, you're 32 books behind on your reading schedule or something like that. Hold on, let's look. So I have currently so far read 26 books this year, and it says that I am 29 books behind schedule. So I was trying to figure it out, and so I like counted the amount of weeks that we have left. I think including this week or next week, I can't remember how I included it. We have 24 weeks left of the year. And so I like averaged, no. It was, started next week and added to it the true crime books. I'll finish that one and The Walking Dead. So it was 27. So it was like 73 books I would have to finish to meet my goal, which is 100 for the rest of the year. And it is doable. Okay, it is doable. I would have to read 3 books a week, which is it's totally doable. I know it's so funny when people are like, why do you really care if you like meet your goal and stuff like that? I don't really anymore. A couple years ago, it was like really, really important to me. I think when I started on BookTube and stuff, you know, like, and I started on Goodreads, it was kind of really important to me to meet my goal and whatever. It isn't that important to me anymore. But, like, this is the way that I've explained it in the past. The more books I read, the more, like, worlds and characters and story ideas I'm introduced to, you know? And so, I'd like to read as much as I possibly can. It would make me happy if I wouldn't be, like, super disappointed in myself. I think last year I ended up reading, I think I aimed at 100, and it was, like, low last year, past challenges. Yeah, 2023, my goal was 62, and I read 28. So, hey, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. My goal was 62, and I read 28. So, in 2022, well, that was the year that after the accident, so I was really, really struggling with reading. I had set my goal for 104, and I read 14. I think the year before that, I read 100 and something. The year before that, which was 2021, I set my goal for 102, and I read 110, so I was actually over my goal that year. You know, but it's just more books that you get to read and things like that. I love the Goodreads challenge. I love to read it. I love to see other people's and stuff like that. So we'll see. At least I'm like really close to where I was last year, and that was like, you know, it was still like there's 5 months left of the year, so we'll see where I go, how far I read. I have so many books that I want to read, though. I told Mel, because Mel said she's reading the book for next month for a True Crime Book Club, which is called There Is No Ethan. And it's about these women that are being catfished by this man. It's kind of supposed to be like the Twindler Swindler a little bit. And if you saw that documentary. And it's like 5 women that all think they're having relationships with this guy, and they realize they're being catfished. And so they work together to find out, like, it's apparently being turned into a documentary or something. They find out, they go into, like, investigate who the guy is really behind the scenes. And Mel said it was, she said, what did she say? She said it's so good, I think is what she said. We were texting back and forth all last night. Because we were talking about the book, and she said, that's a fact, and I said, you're a fact. She said, sure am. Those are the dumb jokes of Peter and I. Oh, she said, I'm almost through with the Catfish book. So good, is what she said. I said, can't wait, I need a break on true crime after I read these 2. And she said, yeah, it's definitely lighter than our previous 2. I just feel like when I've done like 2 back-to-back ones, the John Douglas one is really interesting. When a killer calls, it's about like, well, it's really supposed to be about 2 cases that they, like, are profiling at the same time, but it's really more than that. because they talk about a lot of different cases. That's the thing. And so the John Douglas ones are the ones that I think the first one is what they based, maybe it's not, the Mindhunter story, the show on, which I have to be honest with you, like I started watching, I looked the other day because so many people tell me to watch that show, Mindhunter on Netflix. Mel loves that show. Mel's like, her three favorite shows, well I wouldn't say it's one of her favorite shows, but she loves like Dexter, she loves Weeds. I used to watch Weeds back in the day. I don't know what made me stop that show. It's not on anymore, but I love Mary Louise Parker that's in that show. She was in that movie Longtime Companion. But Mel, I mean, her favorite show of life is Dexter. She loves Dexter so much. But Mel has told me to watch, the original Mindhunter is the first one with John Douglas. And I started watching it, and I looked on my Netflix the other day, and I don't think I got very far into it. I think I got, hold on a second, like just a couple, Alex watched it. I don't think he watched the second one. Yeah, I got on episode 3. I thought I finished the whole thing, but you can see I got to episode 3 and I didn't even finish it. So I don't know. Should I go back in and watch Mindhunter? Is that good? I know if I asked Mel, she'd tell me, yeah, absolutely, and you need to watch Dexter while you're at it. Okay, so number 1 TV show this week. I would need to watch Homicide LA, because Homicide New York was so good. Cobra Kai, I haven't watched any of those. Simone Biles Rising, somebody said that was really good. That's number 2. Homicide Los Angeles, that's number 3. Too Hot to Handle, number 4. I haven't watched that. Vikings, Valhalla, Tanya's watching that. She loves all those kind of shows. I said to her the other night, so what are you watching? She goes, Vikings. I love this show so much. It just came out. The new season just came out. Receiver, I probably won't watch that. Supercell, Tanya said that was fantastic. She said Alex would love it because it's about like, what do you call it? Superhero kind of stuff, but shit's done a different way. Your Honor is number 8. It's so interesting to me that this is on Netflix now, and it was a Showtime show, and everybody's like reaching out to me like, you need to cover this new Netflix show called Your Honor. Well, it was on, I watched it like a year and a half ago when it was on Showtime. Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, I do want to watch that one. Master of the House, I don't know anything about this. I've never even heard of that show. That's the top one. Oh, Glitch. So Glitch is what I'm watching. I have 2 episodes left to finish Glitch. I'm so bored of it, you guys. In all honesty, like, I said this the other day, like, they should have just finished it after season 2. Glitch season 3 is so bad. It's so bad, and, like, everybody's character changes, and, oh my god, my tripod fell already. I was talking about the show Glitch. Okay, so, I think they weren't sure, I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just assuming this, but it feels like they weren't sure that the show was going to get canceled. And then I think they got renewed for season 3, but they didn't get renewed for another season after that, so they knew that they had to end it conclusively, because apparently season 3 ends conclusively. And I've only got 2 episodes left, and it kind of feels like it's, I don't know, season 3 is all over the place. I'm real over the show. And I just want to say thank you to people telling me that you got to keep up with Sister Wives, because I'm like bored of it too. And I'm halfway through season 6, which is like the longest season. It's like 20 episodes. And there were a lot of people that, not a lot, but there were a few people that were like, just keep up with Sister Wives. One person said like, season this is really good. Another person said season that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to keep it up. That'll be really good. I think tonight I'm probably going to finish Glitch. Because last night, what did I watch last night? Oh, somebody asked me, I don't know what channel they asked me. I feel like it was on my Peter Watches TV channel. They asked me, they said, are you going to watch this season of Welcome to Plathville? I didn't even know it was out. Alex, the other day we were going through like our DVR, and he was like, you have so many shows, and it said Welcome to Plathville. And I was like, is there a new, it seems like it's kind of soon for there to be a new season. So I did watch the first episode of Welcome to Plathville. I'll do a whole video about that on my Peter Watches TV channel. That's another show that I feel like, I mean, none of them live anywhere. It's so weird to me that there are all these shows that they start with the idea of like these fundamental Christian families that really believe in family values, and they really push family values and all this kind of stuff, right? And then they start these shows off to document like what good Christians they are of family values and things like that. And then the show falls apart. It's like the Duggars is the same way, right? And the Plaths are the same way. It's like they start with all this kind of stuff. I mean, they don't even believe in televisions in their home and stuff like that. And now the mom is living on a houseboat. She hardly has enough room for her 3 daughters to live on there. You know, the prayer closet gal, she's which is so interesting because one of the books I was reading last night, it was the Lori Vallow one. They talk about prayer closets, and that prayer closet, it's like this whole discussion about prayer closets. Why can't I think of her name now? She's the one girl I can never remember there. She's real sweet. But Mariah says she's been traveling all over the world. They don't show her or her brother. Her brother's like off doing a bunch of stuff too. And then Micah Plath, who, by the way, I just want to say this. If y'all remember when I was at Ultra, I said that we were talking to these like 3 kids that were like in their mid-20s that were standing in front of us. We were standing in front of them forever in line. And I swore that one of them was Micah Plath. I even like said stuff to him. I was like, you look so much like this guy, Micah Plath. And they kind of like, both of the girls, he was with like this girl that was like his height and real tall and blonde. She had long blonde hair. And I think I even said this in the vlog at the time. I mean, if I didn't say it in the vlog, I said it in some video. And then they were with another girl and she was real short. And they were all really sweet. They were really nice. And the reason I remember them so much is because we were standing in this line to get in the front of the VIP section to Ultra, which is where you can stand and dance. And you're like on the same level as everybody else. Well, it was like an hour we were standing there. Well, he went to the bathroom, and then when he came back, people went crazy, and we were like, no, we like kind of vouched for him. We were like, no, he's been here all along. Like, he just left to go to the bathroom. And he was like, thanks, I really, really appreciate it. And then his girlfriend left, and when she came back, it was like this huge deal. People were going crazy because she was coming back and all this kind of stuff, and he was like, can you say something? So we were like, yeah, she's been here all along, it's, you know, whatever. And she was so thankful, and she started talking to Alex and stuff like that. Well, what was interesting was, Alex said something to her about, like, what do you do? And she said something about being in real estate. I remember that, okay? And so I just kind of, like, was just, like, standing there. I wasn't really talking. At that point, Alex was talking to them. And so I just kept on looking at this guy. I was like, he looks dead up on Micah Plath, but with longer hair, right? And I said, you look so much like this guy on this reality show called Welcome to Plathville. And they all kind of, like, were just like, what? What are you talking about? And he was like, who is it? And I was like, his name's Micah Plath, and he's a model. I said, it's a compliment, you know, whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. And I said that it's about this, like, Christian family and whatever, because I was pretty sure it was him. And so I was trying not to be rude, you know? And I was like, I almost wanted to whip out my camera. Somebody was like, you have a picture of it. I do. The picture is, like, it's him standing, like, 5 feet in front of me once we get in the VIP section. All you can see is, like, the back of his head. You can see his hair and stuff like that standing. You can kind of see him, it's like a profile, like, shadow profile of him. And so... So anyway, so he was like, now what's this guy's name? And the shorter girl, she started laughing. Like, what, like, I don't know. Like, I said, his name's Micah Plath. The show's Welcome to Plathville. Well, he, like, went into his Instagram first, like, got out of it. And then he started, like, Google searching it. And then he kind of acted like he was bored. Like, he did, I don't know. But, like, it was so weird. Well, Micah Plath has moved to South Florida. He now lives in South Florida. And his girlfriend is like, she won't show her face on the show. So I like Google search last night. I'm like, Micah Plath's girlfriend. She's a tall blonde girl with long blonde hair that's in real estate in South Florida. It's the girl that we were standing with. Micah Plath was standing in front of me at Ultra Music Festival. I'm kind of like hoping that it shows them going to Ultra Music Festival, and because I'll be like, okay, then I'm sure that it was him. But I'm almost like 99% positive because like people online have like found out who she is and whatever, and I, like, went to her Instagram, and I was like, oh, my God, this is the girl that was standing in front of us. I mean, she was tall. She was, like, his height tall. I was like, this is the girl. So, anyway, because I can remember, like, they were all dressed up. Like, this is the one thing I remember is that the shorter girl and her were, like, all dressed up. He was just, like, in jeans and a t-shirt and, like, sneakers. But they were all dressed up in, like, name brand stuff, like, label stuff. And I can remember thinking to myself, well, I don't think that he, like, that's not typically, like, who he goes after, or, like, girls that, like, you know, are, like, Louis Vuitton and Gucci'd out and whatever. Well, one of the things they show in the first episode is all her Chanel purses. And I'm like, oh, that was totally her. They were, like, standing in front of us, and he just played it off because he didn't want any attention, which I guess I totally get, right? So anyway, but they were, I will say this, I mean, we talked to them for an hour about nothing to do with Welcome to Plathville. That was literally, like, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes of the conversation. They were super, super nice. If that was Micah Plath that was standing in front of me, he and his girlfriend were super nice. Very, very nice. I mean, she was very talkative to my husband. You know, he was talking about being in marketing and that we come to Florida a lot, and blah, blah, blah. And they were talking, like, she was talking about, like, what she does in Florida and places to go. She was giving them recommendations. They were super, super nice. Like, really, really nice. In fact, at one point, these people, like, these, like, guys came to, like, were, like, pushing their way through to, like, stand in front of us, and she, like, said to the guy that was at, like, the front, she was like, these guys have been here for, like, the last hour, like, we've been talking to them, and, like, they came and stood right in front of them. Like, she was really, really nice. So, if that's her, if it's, I don't know. Like, I'll have to, I mean, if this is the thing, his hair was longer. So for me, I was like, I kept him watching him on the show last night, and I would say, if you added like 3 or 4 inches to his hair, it totally would have been the guy that was in front of me. But like, his hair was longer, the guy that I was talking to. But her, like, it looks identical to her. So yeah, so anyway, I don't know. Maybe I met Micah Plath, big deal. He's a reality star, right? Who cares? I ran into my fair share of reality stars before. So anyway, so yeah, so I watched Welcome to Plathville. And then I laid down and I took a nap, and that was when Alex was watching. Oh, no. Okay, so I walked from 7 to 9. My neighbor was like asking me to go to the pool, but the pump was broken. So then we found out that there was like emails sent out. So we were going to go to the pool the whole day today. Alex and I, it's a beautiful day for the pool. We were going to go to the pool the whole day today. Alex and I were going to go. She was going to go. My neighbor in the corner was going to go. She and her husband were going to go. We were going to make like a day out of it. Well, the pump has broken on the pool. And apparently what's happened is they've pieced it together here and they pieced it together there, like through the years. And, now it's finally broke, and they have to like get a huge new pump. Like they have to like bring a pump out there to fix it and all this kind of stuff. Like they can't just piece it together anymore. And so they had to order the pump. I mean, this is all understandable. I get it, right? But they had to order the pump, and the pump won't be out here till Monday. So the pool probably won't be open until Tuesday. Well, she had like 3 of her girlfriends took the day. 2 or 3 of her girlfriends took Monday off, and she was going to go to the pool all day Monday. She is livid. She like sent this message to the HOA president, and she was like, this is it's so funny because she texted me and she's like, this is what I sent. I don't think maybe I should have sent it and whatever. And I was like, it's totally fine. Like, you have a right to, you know, she wasn't nasty about it. She just was like, I'm really upset about this. And I had plans to go to the pool this weekend. And I had plans to go to the pool on Monday, blah, 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 whatever. And like, hopefully, because she said, what do you think about it? And I said, well, the pool has now been closed several days and several weekend days when Alex and I could go to the pool together because of the pump being, and this is something that could have been previously fixed, and they've just been piecing it together through the years, that hopefully they'll extend the pool, you know, in the fall. Like, hopefully they'll keep it open past, you know, Labor Day or whatever. But see, those are 2 isolated incidents, or 2 isolated situations, because what they'll say is, well, this was the pool pump, but we have to pay extra to keep the pool open longer. We've already put money into the pool because of the pool pump. So they won't keep the pool open. To be honest with you, I'm just at a point where I'm just kind of tired of fighting it. She also included in her message, though, about that they shortened the hours, and that there are kids in the pool up until adult hours, and that there are people that don't belong there. She put all this stuff in this message to her. I was like, all right, girl, you go. You go. You take over. Be the bitch of the neighborhood. I don't care. So she has not received a response yet, she told me. So it'll be funny to see what the response is. But okay, so when I got done vlogging last night, yeah, because she was at the pool, because she was like, it says it's closed, but I'm in the pool anyway. It doesn't seem like it's closed. And so when I walked up there to do my walk, she was still in the water. And then, was that last night that the pool was closed, or was it the night before that I said that? I feel like it was last night that she was, anyway, I don't remember, but maybe it was the night before. I have to look at my text messages. When she texted me and she said, did she just say she was going to walk to the pool yesterday? And I saw, where is she at? Here's all about her messages. Oh, she's so pissed. I'm pissed about all this. Maybe I didn't go about it the best way. I sent her, and she's talking about all this kind of stuff. Okay, wait. Oh, yesterday was when I sent her about the email. Okay. Oh, she asked me if I was going to go to the pool. That was what she did. Pool tonight? I said, yeah, probably. She said, what time do you think? Did she walk by? I can't remember. When did she say the pool? We're back to Wednesday now. She's talking about her mom and her walking this new roundabout that they're building. Her parents live not too far from us. And so I said, is it finished? And she said no. Someone told her a year. When did she say that it was closed? Oh, it was yesterday. She said, I don't know if it will be working. I'm here now, and it says the pool's out of order. Okay. So, yeah. So she was up there when I walked yesterday. And then when I came back, she had like already gone in. So I didn't go to the pool at all last night. I just took a shower when I came back and stuff like that. And then I watched Welcome to Plathville. And then I took a nap. And my legs were so sore last night from walking. I mean, I walk pretty fast when I'm walking. Speed racer down the road, you know. But anyway. And then I listened to a little bit more of my audiobook when I got up. I was going to watch The Bachelorette. But what did I watch? What did I watch first? Anyway, I binge watched. I listened to like an hour of the audiobook, and then like I binge watched Glitch. Oh, you know what? I think I'm almost episode. Maybe I finished episode 5 and I just have episode 6. I thought I left episode 5 and 6. I actually think I pushed it really, really late, and I still have episode. I just have episode 6, and that's why I went to bed so late. So that's what I'm going to watch tonight. The finale of Glitch, which I'm, to be honest with you, ready for it to be over. So many people have told me to watch Evil. They're like, if you like Glitch, you would really, really like Evil. It was already on my list on Netflix. The other thing I want to ask about is, Alex and I started watching this like a couple years ago, the first season of One of Us is Lying. It's based on the Karen McManus book. I read the Karen McManus book. I haven't read any of the follow-up books. I actually, every time one of her new books comes out, because I loved One of Us is Lying, I thought it was so well done. They're young adult, like, suspense novels. Every time one of her, they're very kind of like Pretty Little Liars. Every time one of her books comes out, I download it because I think that they're so well done, but I don't read them. And so, Alex was like looking through stuff the other day, and it said season 2 of One of Us is Lying. And we never finished season 1 of One of Us is Lying. It was, I would say it was loosely based on the book. The book, it was so well done. When we watched the show, there was a lot about the show that they added in there that wasn't in the book at all. It wasn't bad, but Alex was not that interested in it because we were kind of binge watching it together. So I think we stopped it after like the 3rd or 4th episode, and we were going to go back to it, but we never did. And I've always had it on my list to go back and watch it from the beginning because I don't remember. It's been too long now. But now that there's a 2nd season out, did the 2nd season just come out, or has it been out for a while? Let's look. Let's look. One of Us is Lying. Oh, it says season 3. So it said about no season 3. I guess it's on Peacock. Somebody said, is there going to be One of Us is Lying season 3? Why was it canceled? It was officially canceled in January 2023. So I guess making 2 seasons was a joy and an honor. Does it end? If anybody's watched One of Us is Lying, can you let me know if it ends like season 2, like it ends conclusively? Because I don't want to watch it if it just ends and you think it's going to keep on going, like, but you have no clue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like shows like that. Cancellation, everything you need to know. So I guess season 2's been out for a while. There is no One of Us is Lying season 3, it says on here, canceled. Why was it canceled? Deadline reported that while Peacock executives were happy with the show creatively, the viewing numbers just weren't big enough to justify ordering a 3rd season. What's the other show that I tried to watch last year and I was so hard to get into, and Alex keeps on telling me, he's like, if you just keep on watching it, you really like it. It's based on the movie from when I was like younger. I know he did last summer. I started watching it. I couldn't get into that one either. We watched the TV show for Scream too, and Alex watched that whole thing. I couldn't get into that either. I don't know what it is. They keep on like hinting out, like I'm part of some like horror movie Facebook group or whatever, and they keep on hinting out like there's a Salem's Lot TV show, and then there's also a Crystal Lake TV show. Is that true, or is that just like, because they post a lot of shit over there that's not true. They like make up stuff. Melissa's always like, they make up all this stuff and I don't know what's true and what's not. Don't you hate that? Like that one junk food thing that Nikki sent to me, that one account, I don't know which one it is, but they always like post these things. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go buy it. And then I start reading the description, and it's like literally like, I would say 4 out of 5 of them. It's like, he's like posting, it's like, oh, this is AI generated. Wouldn't you love if this were real? And I'm like, why are you posting? Like, you're a junk food account. Why are you posting stuff that's not real? Like, it's not just like once in a, you know, like blue moon. It's like all the time he's posting it or she's posting it or whatever. Okay, what was I going to go? Crystal Lake TV. See, it's not pulling anything up. TV series. Oh, here it is. Crystal Lake TV series. Is there going to be a Crystal Lake TV series? Peacock commissioned the Crystal Lake series in 2022, confirming its continuation. a prequel to the original 1980 film. Because Crystal is Camp Crystal Lake from Friday the 13th. Well, where is it? Is it already out? Crystal Lake series stop development. Moving forward with Crystal Lake. That was May 7th. It's not coming out. It's just, I don't know. I got too many shows to watch. Salem's Lot TV series. Now, I would love to see that. I love the original movie Salem's Lot back in the day. There's a mini-series? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to tell you all my next shows. You tell me what show I should pick after Glitch to binge, okay? Shows to binge. Here are your options. Are you ready? Do not say Grey's Anatomy. It's 18 seasons or 20 seasons. Yeah, look how dirty my glasses are. Can we clean these off first, please, Peter? Okay. It feels so weird that this is the only video that I'm filming today. I actually made a list of all these. What did I put on there that I wanted to talk about the August books. I did decide on the August books because, well, we already picked the true crime book for August, but I asked if people wanted to read cozy mysteries or thrillers, and the majority of people, I mean, it was like a landslide. Most people said thrillers. Somebody said something about, like, from the last time I did it, that most people said thrillers, but I said most people said cozy mysteries, and so I picked a cozy mystery. I think what I did was I went in there, and I, like, looked at, like, the first, like, 4 comments, and they were, oh, my neighbors were leaving, and they were all, like, cozy mysteries, and I didn't go back and look, like, until, like, 2 days later, and then it was a lot of people were asking for thrillers, so that was why I thought it was cozy mysteries. But next month, I'm picking a thriller, so, okay. But anyway, what was I looking at? Okay, here's my shows. Yellowstone, Grey's Anatomy, Sugar, Dark Matter, I can cross that off. Goodbye Earth, The Veil, Dead Boy Detectives, Deliver Me. Well, okay, some of these shows like Real Housewives of Miami, that's done. I'm going to catch up on those. Below Deck, Ozark, This Is Us, Sister Wives, we're not counting that. Sharp Objects, Handmaid's Tale, Dexter, Game of Thrones, Sherlock, The 100, Shameless, The End of the Effing World, A Man in Full, Dark, cross glitch off there, Hollywood Con Queen, The New Look, World Beyond, Elsbeth, Reacher, Mayor of Kingstown, Columbia, Broadchurch, In the Dark, The Bear, oh, The Goat, I don't even want to finish that, Station 11, Travelers, One of Us is Lying, and then I also have on here Homicide Los Angeles and America's Sweethearts, which Homicide Los Angeles is probably what I'm going to watch next, but out of all of those, or pick your own, let me know what show I should watch next, because I really need some suggestions on the next, like, I want a show that, like, you cannot stop watching, like, you just, like, are like, oh my god, I could binge watch this 15 hours a day. That's what I want, because right now, I'll tell you all the shows I'm watching, my weekly TV shows. Real Housewives of Dubai, Alex and I are watching that. Real Housewives of Orange County, Alex and I are watching that together. Below Deck Mediterranean, I've already caught up on these. We're watching RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, but it's the finale, I think. Last night, we haven't watched it yet. We'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow. Last night was part 1 of the finale, so it's only got like 2 weeks left. This week and next week. RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, RuPaul Untucked, Alex and I watched that together. Sister Wives, I'm on Season 6. I thought I was halfway through. I'm on episode 2. Maybe I'm further along and I didn't update this. I feel like I'm on like episode 5 or 6 of Sister Wives, Season 6. Survivor, I'm still on Season 4, Episode 3. The Bachelorette, I still have to watch from this week. The Glitch, I'm almost done with that. Welcome to Plathville, I've already watched this week. Big Brother, Wednesday and Thursday, I've already watched. I have tomorrow's coming out. I will tell you this. Oh, I totally forgot about this, you guys. One of the reasons why I stopped, because I was like, I did this video yesterday on my Peter Watches TV channel, and I was kind of like, I couldn't remember why I didn't, like, my goal of going into Big Brother last year was that I was going to cover it a lot, I think, Big Brother was one of the reasons why I started my Peter Watches TV channel when I did, Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna, if you remember that, wait until it's over, whatever. And then I was like, no, like, it's out. Like, I was in the middle of the season, I think. And so I was like, no, I'll just wait until, you know, this is over, and then I'll start it and whatever. The thing is that, listen to those birds up there, so pretty. The thing is that I follow all these. I know people are going to be like, well, then just unfollow them. And I'm like, but I can't, okay? On Twitter, I follow like 2 or 3 Big Brother accounts. Like, they follow everything that Big Brother does in the live feeds and stuff like that. And so, the thing... I keep on saying the thing is. And every time I hear myself saying it, I feel like I picked it up from JoJo Siwa, because I was making fun of it in a video that JoJo Siwa always says the thing is. And so ever since I did that video, I probably said it 2 years ago and I didn't even realize it. It's probably like mirroring, right? But anyway, so every time I say it, I hear it in my head, JoJo Siwa saying the thing is. There's somebody running down the street. So like, okay, I'm only on, I've caught up on the second part of the season, or the episode. I'm not watching the live streams. And to watch the live streams, they're like 24 hours a day. I mean, like, Nikki watches them, like, she has them on all the time. People that I know, like, Tanya has them on a lot, right? So they know stuff that's happening. And even if you don't see it when it happens, they're talking about it 2 hours afterwards, so you can kind of catch it up. So literally, in like, this is, and I don't love Twitter anyway, I literally, before I started this, I like reshared the Halloween countdown and the Christmas countdown. Like, that's, I get through there. I mean, to be honest with you, Twitter is so negative all the time that I just am like, I can't be over there. So that's, I hardly ever go over there. Well, every time I've gone over there the last couple days, it's like another update. And I can't not follow them because I might want to know something. So now I know who the head of household is, who's up for eviction, power of veto, the head of household having breakdowns. I know, like, everything. And I forgot that last year, this was part of what ruined it for me, was because I was constantly keeping up what was going on, because it becomes a little obsessive when you watch it, right? And so I was constantly keeping up with it. It's like Alex watching all the TikToks and all the people talking about Love Island and stuff like that. It's like you get kind of, like, obsessive about it. It's fun, right? Like, that's part of the fun of Big Brother. But in all honesty, part of the fun was back in the day when you didn't really know what had happened, because there wasn't all this stuff, you know, where you didn't know what had happened on to the POV and the power veto, and you had to wait until, you know, Thursday's episode to find out, like, who won the power of veto and who was going to be up in the final 2. That was part of what was fun with it back in the day, if you watched it back in the day when I did. So I love to find out this stuff, but at the same time, I'm not unhappy about who the head of household is this week. I think it's interesting. I think it's always interesting who the first head of household is, because I think a lot of people would throw the competition, you know, because you don't want to be the first head of household and then, like, allegedly, you know, like, with this get blood on your hands kind of thing. It was interesting when I did my video yesterday, and y'all know who you are, and I take no personal offense to this because I am not a cast member, producer, writer, or anything with Big Brother, but there were a few people over there, and I know that they're vlog watchers, and they know who they are, and I know when I say this, they'll sound off, that were like, I would never watch Big Brother, so you're not gonna, because I said something about spoilers, and they said, you're not going to spoil it for me because I'm never going to watch this show. The thing about it is, like, it's very, like, Sister Wives. Like, I never thought I would watch Sister Wives, and then when I started watching Sister Wives, I'm just, like, addicted to it. Big Brother is the same way. Survivor is the same way. Amazing Race is the same way. They're so addicting that it's kind of, like, hard not to watch. You know, like, once you start, like, if you watch a couple episodes. Oh, this is the other thing I was going to say, was that I think this is why I didn't watch it previous years, Big Brother, and why last year was like the first year that I started watching it again, except for the All-Star year, was because it's 3 episodes a week plus live streams, right? And so if you get like a week behind, you gotta catch up. Well, now I'm binge watching 5 and 6 shows a night, so it's nothing for me to catch up. But back in the day, it was like really hard for me to, like, I mean, I wasn't devoting that much time to watching TV. So if I got a week or two, like if somebody would say, oh, Big Brother started last week, like Tanya would say, did you watch Big Brother? It, like, started last week. And I'd say, I didn't even know it started. Well, I was already 3 or 4 episodes behind. So unless I just started where I was and didn't see what happened in the first 4 episodes, which I like to watch something from the beginning, I just would be like, I'm not going to watch it this season. That's a lot of why I didn't watch it years. And Survivor's the same way, I think, is kind of what happened. So, very excited for Big Brother tomorrow night, even though I know everything that happens already. Okay, so, let's talk about... So tonight, what I'm going to do when I get done vlogging is... I don't even remember what time I started this. and the treadmill fell, which is the tripod. We're just going to refer to the tripod as the treadmill. The treadmill fell, and so I'm at, right now it says 27 minutes, but I don't remember how much I filmed before, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, if I start walking before 6 is actually early, because what time did I start walking last night? 7? If I start walking before 6, I'm good. And I can't go to the pool, so it's going to be coming home, taking a shower, and then relaxing. And I have to be honest with you, I am so excited because Alex is so into these X-Men movies that I can just watch whatever I want to watch tonight. Because I'll be like, do you want to watch RuPaul? And I'll be like, babe, can we save it for tomorrow? I'll be like, well, tomorrow's Love Island, so we probably won't want to watch it tomorrow. So we might even save it till Monday, which is totally fine for me. In all honesty, I'm kind of over RuPaul's Drag Race this season. I'm usually so into it, and this is a good season, and I like everybody on it. So it's an all-star season, and it's all for charity, right? But there's still, like, an all-star that's... They're all really good in their own way, and there's, like, nobody that I'm really, like... Usually there's, like, the villain of the season. There's none of that. They all get along really, really well. I mean, this is a good season of RuPaul's Drag Race. See, this is... Did you just see that? Just see it slides like that. I don't know what's going on. It's either the camera... If I have to buy a new camera because it's already worn down, or the treadmill. I tried the other treadmill, and it does not hold this camera, and it's the one that came with the camera, so make that make sense. But anyway, so whenever we get to that, what's the other show? Oh, The Bachelorette. I will watch The Bachelorette tonight because I want to keep up with that, and I also want to do a video this coming week about The Bachelorette. So tonight, I'm going to watch The Bachelorette, and then I'm going to finish Glitch. It says I'm on episode 5, but I might not have updated it last night. I mean, I'm so weird about this. I have Glitch, semicolon. This is how I do my shows. Season S3/5/6. That means season 3, episode 5 out of 6. So you can see here, like, Sister Wives, which I know I'm on, like, episode 5 or 6, maybe even 7 or 8. I have here S6/2/20. Because there's 20 episodes. That's where I know where I'm at on any given show. You guys, like, I have lists about everything. If you guys saw my phone, you'd be like, this is crazy. Things to buy. Oh, Big Marvis t-shirt. Should we talk about things I bought last night? Okay. So I had on here, things to buy, Big Marvis t-shirt. Y'all know. Do you guys know I love this dog so much? I post about him all the time on my Instagram. Where is he at? Big Marv. See, this is a good example of, like... Oh, here he is. I think this picture... Oh, well, no, that says his story. I mean, look at this picture of Big Marv. Can we just talk about that for a second? This dog is so sweet. The battery stopped right when I was showing you Big Marv. Did you guys get to... Look at that little dog, you all. I mean, he is so sweet. He is so sweet. It just makes me so happy. And his moms are always updating. I mean, look at him in his little pajamas. Oh. So I bought last night a t-shirt, a coffee mug. It says Big Teeth Energy on it. It's got his face. I'm so excited. The coffee mug does. And then I bought a t-shirt of Big Marv. I think it might say Big Teeth Energy on it too, I don't remember. They have a couple different t-shirts. And then I bought like 3 stickers. And the 3 stickers are like him in his pajamas and stuff like that. I'm going to use them as bookmarks. So I bought that last night. Okay, so y'all know that I bought those 2 pair of Ray-Bans. The 1 pair of Ray-Bans are like the pair of sunglasses I'm wearing right now. Like they're the ones, the classics, I don't know, they're like more metal. I've wanted a pair like that forever and ever and ever, right? And so... I've been wearing those, like, all over the place. But I wanted a pair of, like, the Wayfarers. And I was talking about it because of when I was in high school. And I think when I was in high school, it's so funny that that was the pair that I wanted. And then I watched that Bratz documentary. And then I watched Shane Almost Fire. Because that's the pair of sunglasses that Rob Lowe wears. He wears a pair of tortoiseshell Ray-Bans, Wayfarer, the original classic Wayfarers. I at some point had a pair of black ones. I think maybe I got black ones when I was in high school, but I feel like I got the same ones that he had or something. And now, like, looking back on it now, I remember that's why I wanted those and whatever, because I thought they were so cool. That was the whole Lou Reed song came on, you know, Walk on the Wild Side, and then I ended up loving Lou Reed, and that fell me into the Velvet Underground. Isn't that weird how music happens like that? Like, I'm literally standing in a sunglass store talking to this girl that's probably, like, if I was, well, that was my 16th birthday, so if I was 16, she was probably 22, something like that, and Walk on the Wild Side was on the radio, and I was like, who is this? And she was like, Lou Reed, and I was like, I can remember writing it down and getting the tape, and then I fell into like love with like the Velvet Underground and Nico and Lou Reed, and that was like me like looking into all this stuff with like Andy Warhol and the Chelsea Hotel and all the artists that stayed there, and like really educating myself. Isn't it so weird that like one song can inspire all of that, you know? And like learning about the Factory, and you know, when I was in high school, it's like today there's been 5 movies made about it and 16 documentaries, but like Studio 54 was like, I mean, people would talk about it, but it wasn't like there were tons of books made about it and stuff, remember? Because, or if you are my age, you'll remember, because that was the 80s. Studio 54 had just closed down, like, you know, less than 10 years before. So people weren't talking about it the way that they do today. It's like, people talk about Studio 54 and Andy Warhol and all that stuff like it was like 100 years ago. But when I was in high school, it wasn't. It just happened. And so I was real intrigued with all of that stuff, you know, and all of the muses of Andy Warhol, and, you know, looking into all of that stuff, like, and it all came off, and finding out that the people that Lou Reed talks about in the song Walk on the Wild Side were all Andy Warhol muses, you know, and he talks about Holly and things like that those were like Hollywood Lawn and things like that. And I can remember looking into all of that. It's so weird that all of that comes from just a song, you know? That was really kind of how I fell down that, you know, I talk a lot about like how friends of mine like inspired a lot of my musical like love and things like that. And my mom did, my dad definitely did, with like country music and things like that. My dad has really diverse music interests. Like, he loves classical music, he loves country music. My dad loves a lot of like really like hardcore rock and roll, like ZZ Top is one of my dad's favorites. But that was like a period of listening to music where I can remember listening to Nico for the first time and just like being in love. I can't remember the first song. I should look on here and see. I can hear the song in my head. So many Nico songs. Hold on a second. I swear to God, if I look in here and there's not one Nico song, I'll be like, you are a fraud. Here it is, Nico. These days, do you guys know that song? Oh my God, I love that song so much. By Nico. Oh. It's weird thinking back on that. I actually have a playlist in here of, why am I going into my notes apps? Look at my playlist. So I have a playlist in here. I have all these different playlists. Cardio. I haven't touched that one in a while. Country. Diva, all my music, diva music, emotional, folk music, good times, happy, high school, inspire, let's cry, music that'll make us cry, music that reminds me of pee-pee, summer country music, walking music. Okay, so let's go in here. What's the pee-pee music? Oh, Rufus Du Sol, Another Life, and Bye Bye by Mariah Carey. So I have this whole high school one in here. You guys want to know what's in my high school one? Okay. In no order, Least Complicated by the Indigo Girls, Face Up by New Order, Just Like Heaven by The Cure, Friday I'm in Love by The Cure live, Just Like Heaven live by The Cure, Boys Don't Cry by The Cure, Added Up, Violent Femmes, Rise, Public Image Limited. I love that song to this day. I mean, I love all these songs. Just Like Heaven, Interesting Drug by Morrissey, Will I Wonder by The Smiths, This Charming Man by The Smiths. Can I just tell you how upset I was? If you guys are part of the True Crime Book Club, when I was reading about Chad Daybell, and Chad Daybell and his wife Tammy got married in a cemetery, and he worked in a cemetery, and he was obsessed with Morrissey from The Smiths, and they love the song Cemetery Gates by The Smiths. Can I just tell you how upset I was at that freak Chad Daybell, that he and Lori Vallow killed those kids, that he was like really into The Smiths? And that's why he and his wife Tammy like got married in the like they had their engagement pictures. I don't think they got married in the cemetery. They had their engagement pictures taken in the cemetery. My throat is itching so bad right now. Okay. Well, I Wonder by The Smiths, This Charming Man by The Smiths, Added Up, Violent Femmes, The Ghost in You, Robin Hitchcock. Oh my God, I used to love Robin Hitchcock. Face Up, New Order, Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by The Smiths, Taste of Cindy by Jesus and Mary Chain, We Belong by Pat Benatar, Boys Don't Cry, Live by The Cure, Just Like Honey by the Jesus and Mary Chain, Live, Just Like Heaven by The Cure, There's a Light That Never Goes Out by The Smiths, Fairy Tale of New York by The Pogues, Well I Wonder by The Smiths, Nightbird by Stevie King, Stevie King, I said, Stevie Nicks, Just Like Honey by Jesus and Mary Chain Live, Pretty in Pink, The Psychedelic Furs, oh my god, St. Elmo's Fire, Anniversary, I didn't even know that was on here, Subculture, New Order, Face Up, New Order, Mandika by Sinead O'Connor, and This Is the Day by The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen, Tripping Billies, why is that on this? That was not in high school. Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac. It goes on and on and on. Invincible by Pat Benatar. It goes on and on and on. Right after I got done reading all of my music, the treadmill fell. And then as I was putting it back up, this camera, it does not. Let me just, do you see? That's what happens with my camera every time I put it back up. Look, I can hit the table. This is what happens every time. I don't know what is going on. And I have it so tight that should not be happening. I don't know. And I tried the other treadmill, not the one that came with this, but I have two that are identical to this, and I tried that one too, and it does the same thing. So it must be the inside of the camera, which this time I'm not buying a camera. I'm gonna get online because it's not that bad yet. I can still do it. And out here, actually, if I wanted to film out here, I can just, because I do this with cameos, I can just put it on top of this. Well, I do it with my phone, with my Cameo, but I know I've vlogged in that chair before with this on top there when I didn't have the tripod. So, what was I saying? High School Music. Oh, I know this is what I was going to say about the camera. So, the thing that goes in here, the insert that you screw into, I think you can buy that online. And I'm not buying a whole new camera. I just bought a new camera. The camera's completely fine. In fact, I feel like everybody that I know that makes YouTube videos just uses their phone. So I think that in the future, who is this dog right here? Somebody's walking. Whose dog is this? They're walking down. Did they get another dog? Did my neighbors get another? Whose dog is that?
Maggie's.
Aww.
Are you on film?
Yes.
They missed their window to take them to the puppy's playground and they went out of town, so.
Aww.
Tonight.
She's a sweet dog.
Yeah.
Your hair looks so good. You are so skinny mini. Look at you.
I am getting my hair chopped on Thursday.
You're getting it all cut off?
It's too much work.
I love it.
Thank you, but it's too much work. I'll let you go. But
How old is she?
She's 7, I think. 7 or 8.
She looks just like a puppy.
No, she's 7 or 8.
Aww.
She was in the family before all those boys.
Aww.
So. She's used to be an electric fence at home, though, so this is driving her crazy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
Well, you guys walk 100 times a day anyway, so I'm sure you're getting her out.
I can walk this one. I can't walk this one.
Aww.
So,
Have a good one.
you too.
Okay, bye.
Come on, Hawk. Good girl.
It's a beautiful dog. My neighbor has like been working like out and like been like we were talking the other day about like eating healthier and stuff like that, and she looks so good. She looks really, really good. So what was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like, okay, so I was gonna buy the thing in there, the insert. It's not an insert. It's, hold on a second, let me get out of it. I'm on like Instagram, I don't even know why. It's the thing that you like screw the, I don't really know how to explain it. I'll have to bring another tripod out here and show it to you. I'm sure you guys know. It's just like you twist the camera onto the tripod because it's like, it has like the screw thing out. Okay. There's supposed to be something that, like for the camera, that you can like have that, like order that piece individually. I just don't want to mess up the whole camera and then not have camera to use and all that kind of stuff. But I will be honest with you. Oh my god, now my neighbor's texting me. She said she know if the pool's open yet. This is like mayhem in this neighborhood. This is hilarious. It's like, you're the one that's talking to the HOA president. I said, LOL, no. Is it supposed to be? I thought it wasn't until Monday that they were coming out. Maybe she talked to the HOA president. I don't know. Anyway, but like almost every YouTuber that I know uses their phone to record on. The problem with it is, and whenever I say this, you guys are so nice because I get so many suggestions, but like it means nothing to me because I don't really know what I'm doing. She's texting me back. Hold on a second. She said, I guess we can get in. Did they put out another email? So this is like, email's like a thread. Okay. Why are we getting emails about the pickleball court? She said she got an email. I said, oh, okay. I didn't get an email. There's no email about the pool being back open. I don't know what email she got. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I feel like every YouTuber that I know and everybody that I talk to, I mean, obviously on TikTok and Instagram it makes sense. Like if I was gonna do TikTok, she's texting me about this pool. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this vlog and then I'll deal with... It was somebody else that responded to her. She said, never mind, she better respond to me. This is getting so heated in the neighborhood, the HOA drama. Oh my God. So, I'd asked my neighbor in the corner, but she's only got like 2 more meetings and then she's off. She's so happy. She's like, I am not on the HOA board anymore. And now these people are like begging me to be on the HOA board. There's like 2 or 3 people that are like, you would be so good on the HOA board. I'm like, I don't. I like talking about it more. I think it's so funny that like in the comment sections whenever I talk about the HOA drama, people are like, oh my God, I love the HOA drama and stuff like that, because I think just by the fact that I have like a drama channel and whatever, that people would assume that it's like me that's like starting it, right? And it's like so like the talking about it, and it's so funny because I'm not gonna say that it's not sometimes me, but it's not typically me. It's typically like I'll hear people like talking about something on the street and I'll walk down and be like, what are we talking about? And they'll be like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about the Guard Gate house and what they're doing, and that we used to plant roses and now we're not planting roses anymore. Now we're planting geraniums. Can you even believe it? Where is our money going to? I mean, it is so funny the things that people get upset about in this neighborhood. I mean, it's one thing for us to get upset because we can't use the pool in the summer, right? Like, I mean, I think that makes sense. But I guess people get upset about what they get upset about. I'm just like, I just sit there and like sometimes if you want to know the truth, I just egg it on. I'm like, oh my God, I'd be so pissed too. I mean, it's something I totally could care less about. Did you see that boat floating around all night long in the pond last night? I just kept on getting up every hour, all night long. There was a boat floating in the pond right behind my house all night long. Every hour on the hour I got up to see if it was still there. Sure enough, it was still there. I couldn't even sleep because of that boat last night. Really? Who would do such a thing? I don't know, but it bothered me. You're supposed to have your boats, on your dock. I know, that's what it says in the bylaws. I don't even live on a lake, I could care less, okay? And they're like, and it's literally like, they have like taken pictures of this shit before, right? And printed out flyers and put it in everybody's mailbox. Does anybody know this boat? I live for it, you know? I'm trying to think of some other HOA drama that's big this summer. Well, it's funny because, so there was this girl, and she was probably like, I think she was like a nanny or something, because it was like one of the neighboring neighborhoods, because they weren't from this neighborhood. And she was probably like 22 or 23, and she was walking with these 2 boys, and they were probably like 6 and 8. They were real sweet, and they had fishing poles and stuff like that. And this is when I was going to the pool to meet my neighbor the other night, and I said, are y'all going fishing? Because there's like over next to the pool. You guys have seen me where I've shown it. There's like that bridge that goes over the water, and like the kids like to fish over there. So what's so funny is like they kick them out of fishing everywhere. So we pay to have the lakes, the ponds stocked. So they're stocked. We pay for that. Like hundreds of dollars a year to have these lakes stocked so people can fish in them. Nobody in the neighborhood fishes. Nobody. There's like the landscaping manager, she and her husband like go out on a boat like on Golden Pond, like this is some huge lake in here, they're like out there. They're like the only ones that fish. So of course they're the ones that are complaining about it, right? I think it makes it real homey and cozy in here, okay? Like our entire, like this neighborhood is like older. It was so funny because when I was at the pool the other day, somebody was talking about, the woman that lives with her sister down there whose parents passed away. She was talking about how that this is like a retirement community, and I go, well, my mom said that it wasn't, like when she moved in here, and she goes, well, I guess a couple years ago they kind of changed that, and then it's like, you know, kind of known to be I said, well, I didn't know that. I've never heard that it's a retirement community. But anyway, she's like, people get so upset about stuff because we were talking about the kids fishing. Oh, this is because that was when I had gone up there that day and I'd said this to these kids. And so I think it looks nice, if you want to know the truth, okay? And I think I would rather have kids fishing in a pond than vandalizing stuff and getting into drugs and drinking and stuff like that, okay? If fishing's going to keep them out of trouble, why not let the kids fish in the neighborhood, okay? Nobody else is fishing here. It's a beautiful, we have a beautiful neighborhood. I mean, our neighborhood is beautiful. I'm literally looking down at all these mature trees. Every yard is a different kind of tree. I mean, it's beautiful in here. The ponds are even beautiful, even though they want to call them lakes when they're ponds. They're beautiful, right? And there's turtles in there and all this kind of stuff. What the kids like to do down there is there's these 2 trees or these big trees, so they bring this hammock down there, and it's like one of those tie-up hammocks, and so it's like 3 or 4 kids. Well, this was a different group. Well, they have ran them out of this neighborhood, okay? They have ran these kids out of this neighborhood. These kids are all around like 10 years old. They're real sweet kids. And I can see them from the pool. And these neighbors will come out there and they'll be like, y'all need to get out of here. You know you can't fish in this neighborhood. And this, and they like, the kids are like running down the street or, you know, running off on their bikes and stuff. So this girl, that she had like a bag with her, and like you could tell that they were like gonna have lunch up there, and she was like she was like a nanny or a babysitter or something. And I said, y'all going fishing? Well, they looked real scared when I said it, and she just kind of looked at me and she was like, I don't know if we're allowed to. And I go, what do you mean? And I said, do you live in this neighborhood? And she looked at me and she goes, no. She goes, I'm just taking care of them. And she goes, but they really wanted to fish. And the little boys they were just like, and they were carrying their fishing poles and their tackle box and stuff like that. And they were so excited. And this one little kid, he goes, they're going to kick us out of here. We're not going to be able to fish. And I looked at her and I said, hey, stop a second. And she goes, what? And I said, tell them that your grandpa Peter told them that you could fish in here. I said, I live right down here. You can just point to my house. I'm right there. And she goes, are you sure? I said, tell them that your grandpa Peter said you could fish in here. I said, nobody's going to say anything. She was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And the little kid, he was like, yes, we can fish. It was so sweet. I just get so tired of it. It's like the fighting of the rules. I mean, it's like one thing when they're like closing the pool down early and we can't use the pool. I mean, I think the pool should be open 24 hours a day. We're grown adults in here. It's our pool. We pay for it. If I want to go in there at 4 o'clock in the morning, I should be able to go in there at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no lifeguard. There's no reason why and they say it's because of like loudness on the neighborhood. Who's being loud at the pool other than kids? And kids shouldn't be in there at 4 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, you know? If me and my neighbor want to go down there and do some handstands, you know, and look at how beautiful the moon is, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning, we should be able to do that, you know? I'll tell you when it really upsets me is like when I walk late at night and, you know, it's like I walk until like, let's say 11 or 12. I haven't done that, you know, recently, but when I would, and then I would come back and I would like, I didn't really want to take a shower, but I wanted to like jump in the pool and cool off and come back and whatever, and then maybe take a shower after that. And it's like the pool's closed. You can't, you know, and so it's like whatever, but it is what it is. But the drama in the neighborhood is hilarious. It is. And it's so funny because you can kind of like never expect it. Like, okay, one of the dramas last year, I think I talked about this. This is still ongoing drama. So this woman that lives on the other side of the neighborhood, she's a landscaping manager. She is on the lake. So she's on like the other lake. So there's this lake and then there's another lake. There's 3 lakes actually. Yeah, but this community just goes around 2 lakes and part of the third, which is why the out people in the neighborhood, they have to pay for the HOA fees and stuff like that. So, that are on the lake because we have to pay for lake maintenance and things like that. So she can see across the lake to these people. Did I talk about this last summer? This is huge in our neighborhood right now, okay? She can see across the lake to the neighbors on the other side. This house is gorgeous. It is a white, like, I finally figured out which house it was and stuff like that because I was talking, it's this guy that I was talking to, he never comes to pool. He's probably like 70 and his son is probably like 5 years younger than me. His son-in-law is probably like 5 years younger than me. He was the one I was talking to the other day. They were talking about going to Ribby Country Club and stuff, which is where my mom and my aunt swim. So, I figured out it was his house that she's been going on and on about. So they, like, I thought it was these new people that had moved in next to him, but it was his. So they put in a fence. Well, apparently the fence is too close to the lake. And when she looks out her backyard, all she sees is this obnoxious fence. They're not in a condo community. They're privately owned homes, okay? Like, there's... but they're part of this HOA because they're on the lake. And so they have to pay it. So it becomes this huge issue, right? It got really ugly to the point where they, like, took down part of the fence and moved it and whatever. But she's still not happy because apparently now they painted the fence. So now it's an eyesore. So the eyesore, okay, of this fence is too much. She just can't handle it. Anyway, back to last night. So what was I talking about? Okay, so I ordered all this big Marvis stuff. Then I wanted these Ray-Bans. So I bought 2 pairs of Ray-Bans. The ones was the metal ones. I've worn those like every day. The other pair were like the plastic. I thought they were like this. But they're like a matte plastic Wayfarer. I don't dislike them, but I don't love them. Alex has worn them once. I was like, you can share them with me or whatever. I wanted like the original Wayfarers. And so, I have a pair from way back in the day, but they have like wide ones, which I wanted the wide ones. And then they have like one, they're not called thin, but I don't know what they're called. But I had the thinner ones that are real small in your head because I was a lot thinner then. So, not the ones I originally had, but like when Alex and I got together, it was around the time that we got married. I bought a pair of those. And so I have those upstairs, but they're scratched and stuff. So I was like, I'm getting a new pair. So I got a pair of black ones, and I got on the Ray-Ban website and to find out the exact ones I wanted. I got a black pair, and I got a pair of tortoiseshell ones. And so tortoiseshell plastic. And so I'm really excited about that. So those 2 are coming. That was the next thing. Okay, then the last thing that I got last night was, y'all know when I did the unboxing, and I don't know if it was the owner that sent them to me, or if it was somebody that bought them for me and sent it to me. Now I'm unsure, but it was those Shy Wolf candles that smelled like they were named like Gold Dust Woman and Edge of 17 and stuff like that. Okay. So I think it was this brand. And so I keep on getting shown this thing on Facebook that is like a subscription box that they have. And it's like you can buy it every month. It comes every month. I got a 6-month subscription box for it. And it's like little candles, but then they put in like a tarot card and then they put in a crystal. It's very cool. And I was like, oh, this is totally a subscription box that I would like. It's $35 a month, which I didn't think was too bad for like, you get 5 little candles and you get a crystal. Alex and I have all these crystals around the candle. And I don't know what crystals mean, okay? I'm not real big into the crystals, but I think they're pretty. I like how they look. Do they bring good energy? I don't know. I guess it depends on the crystal. So anyway, I thought that would be like a cool unboxing to do on my review channel or my Peter Does Stuff channel to do this. So I got that. And then I ended up getting 5 other candles. Her candles are incredible. She has there are so many candles. She has like different names of songs, but then a lot of them are based on tarot cards, and then a lot of them are based on just like, one's called like Earth, the Wind, things like that. It's just very like earthy. They're really cool. And like I went through like each scent of each one. The website's great. It's called Shy Wolf Candles. I will show you. If you put in Shy Wolf Candles, it'll come up right away. It's a website. And of course I will link it when it comes up. This is not sponsored. She sent me the candles before as a gift. But all of this I bought. So I just ordered it last night. And then the last thing that I bought was I bought Boo Radley. I couldn't figure out the exact what kind of bed that we were sent by Lucy before. So I bought him another bed that looks very similar to it, but it's more of like, I wanted to get him green for, I think I talked about this yesterday, didn't I? On my vlog. Did I do my vlog inside last night, or was it the night before? Anyway, I wanted to get him green for avocados because he loves Thumbelina the squirrel so much. Which really means I love Thumbelina the squirrel, but we say Boo does too. So anyway, but I wanted to get him a green one. But the green that they had was like this obnoxious green. The purple is kind of obnoxious too, but now Boo loves it, and I just love that it's purple. So, I don't know why. And so, but I got him for like downstairs. I got him it's just like a tan or tan and gray, I think, mix. And then I got him a blanket to go with it. I couldn't find the exact blanket that Lucy got for us, because it's really small. It's like that. I couldn't figure it out. So I think I got a different one, but I also got a purple. I'm hoping it's the same kind because he loved it. But we washed it and it totally messed it up. I mean, he still likes it, but it's like, it was like all like fringy, and now it's like all like, he still likes it, but it's just like real soft now. And so I bought another one that's purple to go with his bed, and then I bought one to match the other one. So yeah, I'm not waiting for his birthday. You know, he's got, you know what I mean? So anyway, real excited for that stuff to come. And then I got my new pair of sneakers came yesterday from Amazon, so I haven't opened them yet. It was so funny when I was showing Alex my sneakers, because I was like, I kind of thought he'd be like, you're not going to wear these, right? And I showed them to him, and he was like, oh my god, I love those so much. I go, so here's my look, right, for fall. I'm going to wear these with like jeans like rolled up once, and then like a button-down collared shirt, like business shirt, very much like Judd Nelson and like St. Elmo's Fire. He didn't really know who that was, obviously, because he hasn't watched it, but he said he watched a little bit of it. He had seen parts of it before, but anyway. And he was like, no, I think that'll look really good on you. I really like that. And whatever, he was really excited for me. He really loved the gray ones. He was like, let me, I was like, no, they don't fit you. My husband, so I'm like a 10, 10 and a half. He's like 11, 11 and a half. And in the past, he'll be like, can I borrow these shoes? I'm like, yeah, of course. And he'll borrow them. But on certain shoes, it makes kind of a difference. And so he's probably like a solid 11 and a half, where I'm probably more of a solid 10, and the battery's dying, so I gotta get off here. But a pair of Fry boots, he stretched all to hell, and I was just like, I gave them to him, and I had to buy a new pair, so we have the exact same matching boots. Anyway, the battery's flashing, so I have to get off here. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day today. Have a great evening. Relax and enjoy the day and enjoy the weekend. I love you. If you have to work, I hope you get a little bit of time to relax. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.